Good morning, Patches. Are you waiting for me? I'm kind of in the middle of writing and work right now. Are you waiting for me to go downstairs and give you some birdseed? Is that the way it is? Hello everyone, and welcome finally to another Pixel Biology update vlog. And it's been a little while, kind of an entire month actually. And the longer I go without making an update vlog, the more I'm like, oh, I have so much to tell everybody. And then I get overwhelmed thinking, oh, there's so much going on. How will I tell everyone what's happening? I'll just do it later, which is really silly because then when later comes around, even more things have piled up and I have even more news to share with you guys. Awesome news and adventure, some wonderful adventures that we are going to all be sharing together, some adventures that Chips and I are getting ready to go on, and even some new additions to our little shop, which will actually be closing soon. So listen to that in just a little bit. But okay, so holy cow! All right, I'm gonna talk about 3 of the things that have definitely brought me a lot of joy that we have been doing here on our Pixel Biology channel and our community of late. Actually 5 things. I'm gonna challenge myself to 5 things because I know I'm gonna find those super easy. So actually the challenge is limiting it to 5 things. It's already gone from 3 to 5. This is a good problem to have. But the first thing that really is on my mind a lot lately that I am so excited about to have in our community is getting ready for Planet Zoo. I know I just made a video about it talking about like the top 10 things I was so excited for, and that's not even the last video I plan on making, just talking about the fact that that game is coming out, and it is everything I have ever wanted to have as a tool to be able to share my passion and knowledge of the natural world with you guys. Okay, I made a whole video about it, so I'm going to kind of like take that really excited joy moment and offer it to you in that video if you want to go and watch it if you haven't seen it yet, to explain the many intricate reasons that I am super excited just from what I already know on the surface level of what Planet Zoo has to offer. So that is definitely one of the top things that have been bringing me a lot of joy in our community lately. And the next thing is actually bringing back so much zoo action. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but we have had regular Zoo Tycoon 2 episodes, regular Zoo Tycoon episodes, and of course our beloved zoo crafting. It has been so much fun to go home in zoo crafting. We have a lot of big adventures that are going to be happening in zoo crafting. Just to let you guys know, I have been working behind the scenes a lot to get videos prepared for the coming month, and I can definitely say I'm back in zoo crafting. The rush of wandering off on the random tasks and suddenly ending up in unknown mysterious places, finding very surprising things and getting my hands on a lot of rare plants. It's back. So zoo crafting is back to being the home of my heart, and I have a lot of great adventures to share with you guys there. And we're also back on Zoo Tycoon, which I kind of was thinking about doing, but then I was like, well, then I have to go and borrow Chips' controller, and I made all these silly excuses, and it has been so much fun to return to Zoo Tycoon, the Xbox version, the 2013 Zoo Tycoon, or as I call it in my head, it's Zoo Tycoon X, because it goes with the Xbox. So we're back in Zoo Tycoon X. You guys have been loving that, and we're back in Zoo Tycoon 2, which I really have been wanting to bring back for quite a while, but I wasn't sure when the right time was, and of course to gear up for Planet Zoo, perfect time to return to my favorite zoo crafting or like zoo management game. Fun fact, when I go to upload zoo crafting episodes, you're supposed to put what kind of game you are uploading into the YouTube uploader, and I try to upload it under the game Zoo Crafting all the time, not Minecraft. I'm like, oh yeah, this isn't actually like a game. This is modded Minecraft. So yeah, just a little aside. But yes, I've been loving all of the zoo stuff that has been coming. Hopefully Chips and I will get an opportunity to go to a real zoo pretty soon, a couple of them. I'm really hoping before the summer is over, I will see my beloved Dixie again. I am really hoping that happens. We might be swinging through Kansas City. I might get a chance to see Dixie at the Kansas City Zoo. If that's the case, I'm even thinking about trying to take my new phone that actually doesn't die every 2 seconds like my old phone, and maybe I can even do like a little impromptu stream and we can have Dixie in the background, because that would be really cool to have like a picnic with Dixie with you guys. That would be amazing. But that kind of leads into talking about some of the things that are going to happen in the next few months. But let's wrap up. So let's see. Planet Zoo, the resurgence of zoo stuff on our channel. And I have been loving the drama in the Green Family Legacy. If you guys don't watch my Green Family Legacy in Sims 4 and you're into Sims 4 Legacies, I recommend it. I have it at a pretty easy to digest pace of only once a week right now. I want to kind of ramp that up, but I'm restraining myself because we're prepping for some big things here in the Pixel Biology household. But the drama that has been going on in The Sims 4 Green Family has really kind of been quite interesting, and it's about to get even more interesting. So just FYI, that's going to be quite fun too. But those are like just 3 random things that I can think off the top of my head that have brought me a lot of joy in our community lately. The 4th is actually related to something to do with the store. So, you guys ready for this? This is the Patreon postcard that I had made to celebrate my birthday. Check this out, look at this! This is the glory of the Cowplant brought to life in my little field note series that we have with our postcards. This month we actually did glossy postcards again instead of those soft touch ones because it really makes this pop so much. Alari did a great job. She's our official artist. I'm so utterly in love with this. In fact, I'm so utterly in love with this that I have some extras that will be in the shop in case you're interested in having a field notes postcard for yourself. I'm mentioning that a little early on because you want to see what's on my wall right now. Do you guys want to see what I have on my wall in the office? And that's going to stay on my wall for as long as I am the Pixel Biologist. I have a Cowplant poster in my room now, and I was so in love with this that I went ahead and I got extras, and they're signed, but there's only like 17 of them because that's all of the cardboard tubes that I had left in my basement to ship to people. So this is going to be in the shop as well. There's literally only going to be 17 of them. I only ordered that many, including one for my room. But there's literally only going to be that many of these very limited edition signed posters in the shop right now that you guys are welcome to check out. And I'm mentioning that so early on because we might have to close the shop soon. Just letting you know. So if you're interested in my pens, which are on the Let Us Party sale, 20% off right now. I don't know how much 20% off actually calculates to because I have number dyslexia, but I just filled in the buttons and it was like, I like lettuce, I like my people. I will try to spread the leafy greenery with as many of you as possible because, let's see, I have to do the 5th thing. Okay. The because is coming after the 5th joyful thing that has been going on in our community lately. I've actually seen a ton of people being really nice to each other in the comments lately in a way that goes a little bit above and beyond the norm. Our community is so kind. It has been so refreshing to sift through the comments and be able to see so much kindness to each other, kindness directed towards me, kindness directed towards yourselves, that I don't really see in other places, and I am so grateful for that. But I just wanted to kind of say a deep thank you from the bottom of my heart to some of the people I've seen lately who, if someone mentions that they're like having a hard time or they had a really bad day, I've been seeing a lot more people lately kind of speak up and go, hey, I hope you have something that makes you happy. I hope that you have someone to talk to about this. You aren't trying to like step up and fix it for them because that's far beyond our capability when we're just kind of like happy, polite strangers to each other online. But there have been a lot of like an unusual uptick in people who have just been really proactive about being like, I hope that your day is going well. I hope that you have someone to speak to about these things. And then it's been really reassuring to see the person who at first seemed so upset go, yeah, I actually do, thank you. And just to see that full conclusion of someone having a hard time, but instead of ruminating on it or dwelling on it or using it to kind of like build up more drama around their own head or others, people worked together and had helpful suggestions that were reasonable, and it just really made me happy, because internet drama is such a thing. You know what I mean? It is such a thing. It is the thing that actually has made me take this long to begin to start scripting warrior cats like patrons know about. Again. So internet drama is a thing, but it's been really nice to see people like support each other without making it too extreme, and people who are having a hard time kind of come back and report back, yeah, I'm not having a hard time now, and thank you. So just thank you so much for that, guys. It really, I mean, it's just been a few more than usual comments that I've seen lately, but it has just made me feel so much more comfortable and happy and reassured about what we're doing here. So thank you so much for that. It really means so much from the bottom of my heart. So all right, those are the things that are bringing me a lot of joy in our community lately. I really wanted to share that with you so that you could have some of the just the special perspective that I've got. Also, I love these. I love these. Signed in the silver Sharpie. And yeah, there's only like 15, 16, 17-ish of them. I think I signed one Pixel Biologist first, and so I'm like, well, that's a dud. But we'll see. Like, I literally only have that many tubes in my basement, and I'm not getting more. I'll tell you why. The because in just a second. So if you're interested, check out the link in our video description for my little Pixel Biology Etsy, which might have to shut down in a couple months because, and here's the because, Chips and I are moving. Yeah, that is kind of why I have been quiet most of April with the update vlogs. I have been putting a lot of time into recording ahead for the coming couple months because Chips and I found out kind of unexpectedly, we really thought we'd be here for one more year, that we're going to be moving. We're going to be moving back to North Carolina. There's a lot of personal reasons for that, but it kind of boils down to the fact we want to spend some time with his family for a year before in 2 years we move to Taiwan for a year. Yeah. So Chips and I are moving this summer back to North Carolina, and then next summer we're moving back to Taiwan, which we visited for 3 months while he did some studies over there. As you guys know, we had some amazing vlogs over there. We did a lot of things related about the roof cats who we shared our apartment with. We had some really good adventures and wildlife discovery vlogs that are down in the wild discoveries section. If you haven't seen the wild discovery section of our archives, please do check them out. They may be a little dusty because they aren't visited often. Something about sharing videos of real life animals doesn't seem to tickle people nearly as much as sharing videos of pixelated cats. I digress. But yeah, we were in Taiwan for 3 months, and it's one thing to live in a foreign country where you don't speak the language. He does fluently. I don't. I would be taking language classes for 3 months, and another thing to live there for a year. So Chips and I are, yeah, getting ready to move, and not just move like, oh, in the United States to another English-speaking country. We're getting ready to move, spend some time next to his family, and enjoying the beauty of North Carolina. I'm really hoping, and not just hoping, I am gonna make it happen to take you guys on more vlogs. I have really kind of let trying to produce so many Pixel Biology adventures. Oh, hey, Papa Cardinal. Are you gonna hold still long enough for me to get you on camera? Hi! Hi, Papa Cardinal! You're a Pixel, like, you're a real life adventure. There we go. Papa Cardinal just right there, guys. He comes this time of night as the sun is getting ready to set so that he can take food back to Mama Cardinal, who I'm pretty sure is roosting by now. But those are the kinds of real life, real world adventures that I have always meant to incorporate at least 20%. I'm not good with numbers, more than I have been, to appreciate where I'm at, to appreciate the world around me, to appreciate the stage of life that I am at. You guys have watched me grow from little baby Seri to the person I am now. I am now 31. I have really grown a ton in front of all of you, with all of you. And part of being able to celebrate that journey is actually taking part in the journey, making the vlogs, going out and doing the things. So when it comes to preparing for this move and celebrating the last couple months we are going to be spending in Michigan for now, And when it comes to going to North Carolina and being with family, being with our loved ones there, being able to be with the beautiful mountains that you have on one side of North Carolina, those stunning, beautiful temperate rainforest, one of only 2 places in the entire United States that there are temperate rainforests, the other one being over in Oregon, as you guys can imagine. And then the beach, the beautiful beaches. There's a swamp called the Dismal Swamp that I want to go with Chips, and he says that it's really cool. So we plan on traveling around the state a lot. He and I will both still be working. I can take you guys with me anywhere, which is really cool. And thankfully his studies can now go anywhere, and actually his studies are going to Taiwan. That's why we're going to Taiwan. So yeah, we're gonna be moving to Taiwan in 2 years. We're gonna be living there for at least a year. And we're going there so that Chips can really work on his studies. He really needs to know his Chinese quite well, and there's nothing quite like being immersed in the language that you are trying to learn. It also, access to all of the libraries and museums there will be quite cool, and hopefully mean that there will be really unique things that I can share with you guys that people who travel to these places don't really get to see, because they're going as like travelers. They're not going as a couple who are going to then dive into a very dusty archive and spend a long time looking at books from 600-700 years ago. That's a unique perspective that I'm really excited to at least bring back some fun snippets to share with all of you. And we're really looking forward to trying to do some birding and even some snorkeling in Taiwan as well, because that's pretty good location to do both of those things. So we're pretty excited about that, but that's not all. Year 3, Japan for a year. Yeah, that's kind of the game plan right now, is also for Chips' study and for quite a bit of pleasure. We would be moving to Japan, which, yes, he speaks Japanese fluently as well. Chips is kind of amazing. But we would be moving to Japan for a year as well, so that we could then again continue his studies and also have a good time and drag you guys all over the place to really celebrate what we see in terms of the wildlife, the natural parks, those kinds of angles that I, as a pixel biologist who probably would be quite distracted by the Pokemon there now that I'm thinking of it. There's also a capybara park that I want to see. I have already calculated the cost of buying the bullet train tickets from Osaka and Tokyo, depending on which city we end up in, to said capybara park. So I'm ready. But yeah, Japan would be in year 3, and year 4, we may be back here in Michigan. We may still be in Taiwan. We may be in mainland China. We may be in Germany. Yeah. That is the reality that Chips and I, over his finishing up his candy exam, as one of our fantastic commenters said, referring to his candidacy exam for his PhD. I've been calling it his candy exam ever since, because that sounds so cute. But ever since he finished up his candy exam and has entered a new stage in what it means to become a doctor in what he does, which means a lot of really interesting research, I'm really proud of him and really blown away at how far he's gone. You guys have been part of that journey too, even though it's been like quietly on the sidelines, so that we don't have anybody kind of creeping on his classes that he teaches. We had that a couple times. Don't do that. But anyway, yeah, we're going on a big journey, and we just kind of found all of this out over the last month, and it's been distracting as heck. So when it comes to where is all of the series, well, I have been doing my best to pre-record a ton of them, because we are now looking for a home to North Carolina. We are getting ready to take my remaining 3 birdos, my girls, back to my parents, because they need more of a flock, and knowing that we're going to be moving in a year means that my ladies deserve to go to a place where they can have stability, they can be with other Gouldian finches, and I can't take on more birds right now, knowing that we're going to get ready to move. So yeah, we're actually going to be doing, oh, come on Seri, we're going to be doing a road trip in June. where hopefully I will get to see Dixie and take you guys on a picnic, and we are going to be taking my girls to my mom and dad, which is the best possible outcome I could ask for. Over the past year, as you guys have known, I've lost most of my flock due to air sac mites, which do affect Gouldian finches severely. We had the best medicine and the best outcome we could. Well, not the outcome really. I lost a lot of birds, but we did the best we could. My parents are equipped to be able to handle 3 lovely ladies who are almost 100% recovered from air sac mites. We hope that the transfer in environments will completely eradicate it and my ladies will be happy, but that's coming up in June. And yeah, we are just prepping, because even though it sounds like a long time, a year goes by very quickly, and getting ready for a year in a foreign country, a life living abroad for multiple years possibly at a time, we're keeping things flexible, kind of keeps you busy. It kind of keeps you busy. You're both looking forward to all of the adventures that are going to happen in the future, and also trying your best to appreciate the present. So that's where I'm at right now, guys. This is just one update vlog of what I hope will be regular mini, and also one vlog of what I hope will be mini vlogs coming on the vlog channel, because of course, clearly there's a lot to talk about, and I want to share that growth with all of you guys on a much more regular basis, much more casual basis, because I think that it's important to share growth with each other. I think it's important to share the messy living parts of it, and not just the I completed my goals in 40 days and here's how I did it. There's a lot I want to share with you guys, so just expect finally some of that, and I just ask you guys patience while I continue to do my best to prep. I have not forgotten any series. I still want to do Stardew Valley. I still want to be able to resume our cat cafe with actual kittens this time. I still want to carry on with so many of the other adventures that we have begun, as well as take on new adventures and truly, honestly, from the bottom of my heart, revive things like Cloud Sagas and Warrior Cats and the other roleplay series that have meant so much to all of us. And I'm finding my way to figure out that balance of doing all of those things and imagining and preparing for this big adventurous future, and also trying to find more ways to just celebrate the present. Because the present here in Michigan has gone from another year that I could take these daily spring moments for granted to 2 months left to share with all of you, with myself, what it was like to live here. So I'll talk a lot more about that, and I will hopefully have my camera in my hands almost all of the time to really be able to immerse myself in the experience of what it's like to be here now, so that in a year when we're getting ready for Taiwan, we can remember the walks in the forest here in Michigan as clearly as possible. Yeah, all that's coming. So, all right guys, I have way too much to talk about and I'll have to save it for next time, but there's the update vlog. I finally did it. We're getting ready for some adventures, and I really, really hope that you guys will join me on all of them. So I'll see you then. Bye guys.